we simulated two scenarios, Mr. Chair. So under scenario one, again, looking at the Dubai futures as of March 6, we simulated what if it will rise to an average of $98 per barrel in March. And this one actually will be a 40% increase from what was registered in the day before the attack, or February 27. And then again, looking at the latest Dubai futures, it shows that Dubai crude prices will remain above the $80 per barrel until May, and then it will eventually decline thereafter. So the latest reading shows an average increase of 14.1% for 2026 and 9.2% for 2027. We have an extreme case scenario, Mr. Chair, scenario two, where Iran sustains the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, as you mentioned earlier, where around 20% of the world's seaborne oil trade actually happens. And for this scenario, we the thing is, it will potentially push crude oil prices to $140 per barrel. But again, eventually tapering off. But we think that the escalated price will be sustained all the way September of this year. So under this scenario, Mr. Chair, under these two scenarios, for diesel, uh, there will be an increase of 13.65% in April, and then under the worst case scenario, 53.92%. Perhaps I'll just go straight to the inflation impact. We would like to note as well that our CPI numbers last year were actually low from February of 2025 all the way to June or even July of 2025. And therefore, that means that we are coming off from a low base last year. Given that caveat, what we're seeing in terms of the simulated scenario one is that for March, our inflation rate could reach between 4.5 and 5.1% from a base of 3.4%, which is the uh, expected inflation rate as released by the BSP.
What about scenario two?
Scenario 2, it could reach to 6.3 and as high as 7.5%. And then by April, for the scenario 1, it will be 4.5 to 4.8. For scenario 2, 6.4 to 7.5. For the full year, Mr. Chair, again, the base scenario is 3.6 as released by the Bangko Central. But under scenario 1, it would be between 4 and 4.2. So meaning breaching our the upper end of our target. Whereas for scenario 2, it could reach 4.5 to 4.8%. And then we also simulated the impact of an excise tax suspension. So supposing so we know that for regular gasoline, it's 10 pesos per liter. And then for diesel, it's 6 pesos per liter. In this case, that will actually, let's say for diesel prices with excise tax suspension, if it will be this March, then under scenario 1, it's from 74.22 pesos per liter, it could go down to 67.50 pesos per liter. And then for April, from 67.33, it could go down to 60.61. Under scenario 2, from 96.76, it could go down to 90 pesos per liter. And then
Can you repeat that for scenario two? If
From-
if we remove excise tax
in March,
in March, what is
So-
the impact?
from 96.76 per liter, it could go down to 90.04 pesos per liter. And then in April, from 91.19 pesos per liter on average, it could go down to 84.47.
Well, simply because you reduced the 6 pesos in reality,
right.
no? Sige, go ahead.
Yes. And then for gasoline, Mr. Chair, since 10 pesos ang excise tax of gasoline, so for March under scenario 1, then 70.20 to 59 pesos per liter. And then for April, from 64.59 to 53.39. For scenario 2, so parang halos ano na, yun nga, yung 10 pesos. And then, for the inflation, Mr. Chair, with the excise tax suspension, remember that without the suspension of excise tax, scenario 1 is looking at between 4.5. Yeah, for full year, it will be from 4 to 4.2. It will now be 3.9 to 4.1, assuming that the excise tax suspension under scenario 1 is from March until May, where the war will more or less stabilize after May. Under scenario 2, where the excise tax suspension is from March until September, then for full year 2026, it will be from 4 to 4.3%, coming from a simulated 4.5 to 4.8%.